everyone, I'm Lindsay from Lindsay's English. Today we're gonna talk about a topic that is not being discussed very much here in my channel. We're gonna talk about how to improve English listening proficiency. While listening might be the most difficult skill to learn out of the 4 language skills, teachers both domestically and abroad don't really teach you how to listen because listening is considered a passive skill. However, the language learners are the ones who are prepared to listen to other people talk and be engaged in conversations even when they're not talking in their native language. Even though we may not be good at listening to a foreign language now, there are some strategies we can use to first get on the right track in order to get a better understanding of spoken English. Here, I'm going to give you 4 major tips. Now, my first tip for you is to simply stay present. This may sound simple, but it is not necessarily easy. When I'm listening to someone speak Spanish, for example, which is my 3rd language, I make sure that I don't over-focus on every word they're saying. So I'm not trying to translate in my head what they're saying. Instead, I soften my focus and I pay attention not only to the words, but also to their tone of voice, to their facial expressions, and also to their gestures. Because if we tune in too closely to the words, we start to stress ourselves out and we lose the whole picture. So next time we're listening to a native speaker, don't translate everything in your head because it may not only make you feel stressful, but it may also impede you in improving your listening ability. The second strategy for you is to guess. When you're listening to a speech or a conversation, there are many reasons why you can't understand. Maybe it's because of a local accent, or maybe an unknown vocabulary, or simply just a noisy background. When any of these above happens, you should use the information that you already know and make a guess quickly. And you might be thinking, how can I make a guess? Well, it's easy. First, you can guess the speech of the word. Is it a noun or is it a verb? If it is a noun, then it is likely to be a person, a place, or an object. Second, try to guess according to the context. Where does the speech or conversation take place? These are very important clues that you can use to make a rapid guess. Here comes strategy number 3, to anticipate. When you're talking to someone or when you're listening to a speech, you can anticipate what is going to come up. For example, now I live in Taipei and people in Taipei talk about the current affairs constantly. So when I meet someone, I'm somehow prepared to talk about anything that is happening now, like an upcoming cold current, the rain, or the thermal underwear. And at the same time, I would also be expecting that the other person would talk about the fact that the college entrance exam this year is somewhat easy, or whether he or she is preparing to take another test. Anticipating can help the listeners to be prepared and also have enough time to organize. Finally, the most important of all strategies is to keep to the point. In fact, it is nearly impossible for the listeners to hear every single word in a sentence. So it is more important to know what is more important in a conversation and what is relatively unimportant. But how can you do that? First, you can listen with a purpose. You should think to yourself, what is the conversation or speech mainly about? For example, when you're listening to the news, try to understand where the incident happened, when did it happen, and how did it happen. When you're focusing on these questions, you are much more likely to capture the whole picture of the speaker's main points without taking the pains to understand every single word. Second, listen to the first sentence and look for transitional words in the speech. We all know that the first sentence in a paragraph is the topic sentence, and the topic sentence shows the central idea of the whole paragraph. Also, the transitional words signal a turn of the topic, and in speaking, transitional words such as however, but, what's worse, in the end, something like these show the thinking of the speaker. Following these targets can help the students focus on the main point of the talk instead of peripheral details that are distracting. In the end, I just want to say that listening training is not about understanding every single word in a sentence. Listening strategies involves 4 parts. Let me help you recap for a little bit. 1, being present. Number 2, guessing the meaning. Number 3, anticipating what to come. And number 4, focusing on the main ideas and keywords instead of the words in the sentence. I hope this video will help you a lot in improving your listening ability. And if you have any other topics that you would want to know after Chinese New Year, please comment below, or even if you have any other things, any other ideas that you may want me to know, please leave a message or a comment below and I'll check all of them out. If you like this video, please do click a like below or even share this video to any of your friends who are still struggling to improve his or her language abilities. I'm Lindsay from Lindsay's English, and I'll see you next time. Happy New Year, everyone. See you next time. Bye for now.